I stumbled upon a line by Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Of all the forms of inequality, injustice in healthcare is the most shocking and inhumane. I see it every single day. Everybody deserves to have the highest level of care. That's a right, and it's not a privilege for the privileged few. FreedomCare, what we get to do here is really fix a broken healthcare system. I can't get this out of my head. Every single day, there's millions of people who can't get out of bed in the morning, can't eat, can't walk, can't get dressed. And every single day, there's millions and millions of people who don't have food to put on their table. And you know what I do every day? When I turn on my computer, I give a job to those people to take care of those sick people. And you find me, something more meaningful than that. I can't find anything more meaningful than that.
My husband was in FreedomCare. I loved it. But until my husband got sick, that was it. He was in the hospital. It was a couple of days before my birthday. He closed his eyes. He never woke up. And that tore me. That was just everything for me right there. To see him in a casket. And it hurts. And I'm like, oh my God, I just can't do it. It was just too much. I was constantly falling, I was doing things, I'm having arthritis in the knees, they swollen, and I'm like, oh my God, no, this is not working for me. I gotta get somebody to help me. FreedomCare is saving my life. Now with Brittany, it's still smooth sailing. And that's what I need, somebody to save my life. And then that's what they did, they saving my life.
Why are we able to do this? I think it's a blessing from God. It's an honor and a privilege to have the responsibility of going out and taking care of people. The folks that we have at FreedomCare genuinely, really, really care.
I love FreedomCare.
This company literally changed my life.
Honestly, it's changed my life.
I feel like it's given me so much structure.
Very few people care about their employees the way that FreedomCare cares for their employees.
I was looking for something where I could help people.
What we do every day, it definitely ignites a passion inside of you.
I fell in love with the job, fell in love with our patients and our mission here.
We believe that the best care comes from people that patients feel care about them and love them and trust them. We've made this our priority to find those patients and bring them the love that'll bring them happiness.
That FreedomCare process, it's not possible without the team. Whether it's the authorizations team, the intake team, the enrollment team, the forms team, the whole reason why this all works is your feedback, understanding the pain points of the patients and the caregivers, and then hearing from you what tools that you need to truly help them.
Patients, typically the healthcare system to them is cold, disconnected, distant, and not getting it, and not there for them where they need to be.
Diabetic emergencies, hypertensive emergencies, normally in the home care world, we can't help. Now with the introduction of FreedomCare and remote patient monitoring, cellular blood pressure cuffs and glucometers, we're able to have real-time vitals into our system, getting the critical alerts ahead of time. And there's a few instances where we properly did send someone to the ER. Teresa, she entered our practice because she was expiring for authorization for the home care. Instead of waiting for the PCP visit, which was in a few months, the forms team told Teresa, hey, we have a medical practice that can help you with this forms for right now and get that to the health plan so that you don't have a gap in care, or if you do, really reduce it, would you like to see them? And she said yes, because she didn't want to wait the few months and risk losing her services for a long time.
Our nurse practitioner, Jenny, is the one who does the clinical evaluation.
Jenny identified that Teresa's vitals need to be monitored.
After the second day that Teresa had received her machine, we started getting readings that were coming in called critical alert. Blood pressure incredibly sky high, very dangerously high.
I receive a call. They tell me this is the nurse from FreedomCare. She's like, we just received an alert and it's very high. Miss Jenny was great calling. I'm sorry, Teresa, I'm nagging, but I need you to get to the emergency room. I need you to get. But because of her, I made it to the emergency room.
I would have never sent her to the emergency room if this was not a life and death situation. With a blood pressure that's incredibly high, you have your whole blood system inside the body, it clamps down. It can cause many things to happen. You can have a stroke, you can have a heart attack. It's stress on the body that the body can't handle.
The provider actually advocated for our patient and was able to get on the phone with the emergency department and tell them exactly what's going on and push for a cardiologist to meet with the patient and change the medication. So through that medication change and through advocating for our patient, we were able to get her the care she needed right in the time that she needed and show her how important it was and valuable to her it was to have this monitoring program.
I want to thank FreedomCare for pushing me to go to the hospital, because actually without them sending me that monitor, I would have had never known my pressure was that high.
It could have been serious for her. Like it could have been life or death for a lot of people.
Tiana, she's one of my favorite nieces, and I do trust her with, taking care of me the same way I did with her when she was a little girl.
So yeah, just have to return the favor.
I have an aneurysm, so that could have had it exploded, and things would have got ugly.
Her heart rate was getting close to the 120s and 130s at a period of time at rest. My concern was a stroke. I was concerned that her body was going to go, we can't do this anymore. If she had a stroke, it could go to her brain or her heart, and that could be permanent disability or it could be death. FreedomCare, it's been a game changer and a lifesaver for her from day one.
To be able to find issues before they become greater and deal with them is what healthcare needs.
We have proven the model works. We're actually looking to have 13 providers join us this year. The goal is to be able to do these DOH and M11Q appointments for all patients we service, and also support them with chronic care management, remote patient monitoring, and coming soon, mental health programs as well.
A year ago at this time, we sat here and we talked about the future of healthcare and what we were gonna do. We actually are doing it. We're starting to actually put the pedal to the metal. We figured out how to do this really, really well, and now we're saying, okay, we did this in New York, now let's go scale this across the country, and we're finally doing that. We're now more of a national company. We're in 7 states, and we're gonna launch in 3 more at the end of this year. So we're gonna be at 10 states, and we're approved for maybe another 5, 6 after that, and we're constantly going for new states for approval. We're really changing the healthcare system, and it's so much fun.
We did the impossible by bridging family caregiver services with medical care and care management together. Everyone else is trying to do this. We're showing that it actually works. So it's no longer hypothetical, and that's due to all the hard work of the teams combined.
I really want to thank everybody on the FreedomCare staff for doing such an amazing job, for the care, the compassion, the warmth and the dignity they give to every single patient interaction. I am inspired and humbled to have you all as colleagues. Having you guys on this journey with me is my greatest privilege. Let's continue to change the world.